they did announce what the collab would be. They announced that last January. And it is essentially FGO Arcade. So, looking forward to that. So FGO will be having a collab with FGO Arcade. It's the usual FGO collabing with itself. Oh well. But yeah. I'm looking forward to this, kind of. While there are a lot of units that, you know, that go between each of the versions, there are some servants that are unique and that only appear in the arcade. So what I want to talk about today is who I think, because before I get to that, normally with collabs, we usually get a character from the collab, or we get a unique character from the collab. It really depends. Like when we have the Rio collab from last year, it was basically, we had like 3 Rio servants. One was a 5-star, which was Super Bunyan. There was a 4-star, and then we had also a bronze unit that you could summon from the friend points. So, will we be having that same sort of collab servants with FGO? I have here the list of servants that were released in FGO Arcade. So we have the usual faces. And then for a while, it's pretty much similar. Of course, the order of releases is not exactly the same as the mobile games order release of servants. And then we arrive at the first arcade exclusive servant, which was Da Vinci Rider. Although in the mobile game, we did eventually get Da Vinci Rider after they released this 4-star Rider. Da Vinci Rider here in arcade is a 4-star welfare, while in the mobile version we got Da Vinci as a 5-star gacha limited servant. So Da Vinci was the first one. And as we continue on, where is that? The next one, I believe, was also a welfare, which was Helena Santa Helena. And finally, we get a interesting servant release in arcade, which made everyone go Honore Arcado. In other words, curse you, arcade. So we got Proto Merlin, who a lot of people knew from Fate Prototype. Of course, at this point in time, she didn't really have a design, so I think this was really the first fully fleshed out version of Proto Merlin. But eventually, mobile did get Proto Merlin as Lady Avalon, so and as a new class rather than a caster. She was released as a caster in arcade. In mobile, she was released last year as a summer servant in the Pretender class. So yeah, that was like this was the time when they started to ramp up unique servants for the arcade version, and there was a reason for that, because they were also starting to deviate the story from what we've known in the arcade. In the mobile version. And then they also ended up getting Sita, which is interesting, because if you know the lore of Rama and Sita, they're not supposed to be able to meet each other. So that brings an interesting dynamic that we'll discuss later on. And then we have Santa Suzuka. Yeah, they have a lot of unique Santa units, but yeah. We have our Santa Gal version. And then we have Titanta, who is a 4-star Saber. Which, if you know Kuhulain, basically Titanta is stronger than his 3-star version. Or at least higher rarity than his 3-star version, which is odd. But then again, there is Ku 5-star. But anyways, I digress. And then one of the more interesting characters, because of the way he was released, we did get Jacques de Molay, a 4-star Saber. Mobile version ended up getting him a bit later on, but this was a weird. There was an interesting thing because if you see here on like his sash, they kind of teased the Jacques de Molay in the mobile game. So, but rather than being a 4-star Saber, the Jacques de Molay in the mobile version was a 5-star limited foreigner, and they also gender bent Jacques de Molay. So, very interesting when that happened. Then, as we progress on, we have another Santa unit, which is Frankenstein Caster. Still very cute. And then probably one of the more interesting one to be released exclusive to arcade was Tiamat Alter Ego. While here is I believe they call her the larva version. She has 3 different 3 different ascensions, she has like 2 ascensions that have different costumes, and then the 3rd ascension is a different form. Is a slightly more developed form. And then we arrive here at Alter Ego, who is Draco. Basically a Alter Ego, and then in the game she was classified as Beast 6, but let's not get too much into it. And then here you may recognize him. This is Ryder Noah. He looks like Nemo, a slightly older version of Nemo, but nah, he is Noah instead of Nemo. Again, there is story reasons for that, but I don't want to go too much into the story. And then eventually they did release, I'm not sure if we would say this would be a unique character, but it is slightly different version of Kama instead of an assassin. This is Archer Mistake, or basically Kama Mistake, as they would call her. Again, story reasons for that. She is an archer. Unlike her mobile version, she does have different ascensions, but it's all this body type. She doesn't change body types like how it's done in, like how she has it in the mobile version. But yeah, so or if I were to predict, or more like, actually it's more of who would my wish list be of servants that would be brought in to the mobile game from arcade. But if I were to really say, it would probably be Tiamat. Would be my one that I would like to be brought to the mobile game. Of course, if you do know the lore of King Protea, she's technically supposed to be Tiamat in a way. But, you know, I would like us to be able to get Tiamat. Who knows, maybe she would be the 5-star or a 4-star. Who knows really what rarity they would make her if they were to port her in the game. And if they would keep the same class at Foreigner. So, yeah. Let's see, who else? I would like Sita to be in the game. The question I have, the thing with Sita is if you know the lore, Sita and Rama are supposed to be forever destined to be apart. So, like, FGO loves to really play to their lore. So, I don't know if they would actually bring Sita, but I would like them to bring Sita into the mobile version during the collab. But, you know, for lore reasons, that might become not, or that might not be made possible. But it would be definitely something interesting to do. I highly doubt that we would get another version since technically Da Vinci came in already. It would be nice to have the Santa units like Helena, Suzuka, and Fran. Another thing I guess that they could do is maybe have the, because like for example the Idol collab, not only did they have new units summonable or with like Miss Crane and also a welfare with Mix Alter, they did give a whole lot of costumes to a bunch of the servants. So maybe we might get the same thing here where we will get a whole bunch of costumes for the servants. If I recall correctly, where is that? Ah. If there's one thing I am really jealous of in Arcade, is like how many costumes they give servants there. I mean, even though it's like small changes, like for example with Archer Artoria, they did give her a straw hat. They changed the hairstyle for Kiyohime, Martha. They gave Karna glasses. They gave Jeanne d'Arc her dress, which was from I can't remember where I think it was Fate Extella where I first saw this costume. So yeah. And then they gave a bunch of hairstyle changes to, like, for example, Nero, Artoria, and, you know, so on and so forth. They kept doing these for the characters. So who knows? Maybe they might bring some of the costumes into the mobile version. I mean, I would definitely like for example, Ishtar and Ereshkigal get the costumes from... I can't remember where this is from. I believe it is from one of the anniversary CEs. So they gave them that costume, like this one of Salter. It was a CE, British style tea time, from one of the anniversaries. So hoping they will bring some of the costumes over. Let me see. It would be nice if they gave us the MASH costume, which is basically the circus ringmaster costume. Yeah, brilliant circus member. So that I would like if they gave that. Who knows? Maybe they might. But yeah, that is another thing that I would look forward to in the arcade. But for now, for me, I don't want to make too many predictions, but if I were to make predictions on who they would probably bring into arcade, bring in from arcade, to be honest, this is very biased of me because Saberface, so I definitely would want Draco to be brought in. And, I mean, why not Tiamat? I feel like there are a lot of people that have been waiting for Tiamat, and I would really be interested. It would be really interesting to see her brought into the game. And then that would probably be, maybe one of them would be the 4-star, one of them would be the 5-star. My prediction for a welfare is I think they might make a unique welfare that will appear on both games. I would think that they might do that. At least I would hope that they do that. It would be very interesting because, you know, it is a collab between FGO and Arcade, and it would make a lot of sense for them to like make a character that would tie the two games, and you would be able to get the character in both games. So I'm thinking that the welfare unit might be a new unit, or at least a new variant of a unit that you would be able to get in both arcade, in the mobile game and the arcade version. So, but, and then yeah, and then after that, I mean, I'm expecting a lot. I feel like I'm already expecting 3 servants, and then I'm hoping for a whole bunch of costumes. But you know, I'm hoping that they will deliver quite a lot, especially with like how they've been delaying the story, the content. So I would definitely like them, you know, to give a lot for this collab event. And who knows, it might happen. Another thing I would like, if they are gonna give us costumes, I would just, if it's all these Santa characters, I would be happy with that. If it's just Fran, Suzuka, and Helena for the costumes, I would be happy with that already. I would just, if they just give the costumes for those characters, I would be already happy with that. But yeah, if you guys do have, you know, ideas of your own, feel free to leave it in the comment down below. Comments, as a comment down below. I will definitely be uploading this up to the YouTube. So if you're watching the VOD, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. But yeah, I would like to definitely hear your ideas. I'm sure I've thought of a lot. Like, there are a lot of things that I have not thought of, and would definitely like to hear more ideas. And probably, although the thing is, I am kind of hyping myself up only to probably be disappointed in the future, maybe. But who knows? You never know. But yeah, we don't exactly know when the collab event will start, but based on history on how they've done events, we can expect it around March or April, because that's the season when they usually do it. I believe they did mention something about it being during Golden Week, so that might be a better indicator of when, but we don't have any exact dates yet of when we will be getting the collab event itself. Alright? Thanks for watching. If you reached this far into the video, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you on the next one. Bye, YouTube.